And welcome back everyone to Age of Wonders 4, a fantasy strategy game where you build your own empire and lead it to glory. This time with a new expansion, which is in particular the Giant King expansion, adding new rulers to the game as well as new tomes and probably much more that I haven't really looked into because I didn't want to really spoil myself that much away. But what I can say is that, well, the ruler in itself, from what I have seen, is really interesting, and well, has its own play style, so to say, following a rather more a playstyle where you focus more on your own territory rather than dominating others, from what I understood. Now we will be going for something like a dwarfman, dungeon master, magic culture empire. Basically, our entire lore is kind of like dwarfmen underground, creating those crazy massive dungeons of exceptional dwarven architecture and craftsmanship, enhanced with magic, led by this one giant ruler, and that's kind of the whole gist. So basically a huge, super bulky, defensive empire in the underground that is kind of a dungeon. As for the alignment we will be going for, it will be mostly neutral with a slight tendency to go evil, I guess, because we will heavily lean into efficiencies, and so meaning if there is some choice we make that has an evil aspect to it, we will choose it not just because we're evil, but because it's efficient. For example, you kill everyone in the field, and therefore it gives you, I don't know, one poop-de scoop more or something. That's efficiency, you know. But we will not just like for example, if we encounter a Mordor army and they give up, we will not needlessly kill them, you know. So in that aspect we will be letting them go, because there's literally no need. There's no efficiency to it, you know. It's literally more efficient to let them go, save your strength, than to needlessly kill them all if they already surrender. You know where I'm going at? With an appropriate difficulty, hopefully this time, I have something in mind that I hope can provide a challenge, as well as not having the game too crippling about the time consumption like we have had with some Kahith Tarakta in the past, just saying. Now I will be quickly going over the world settings I have chosen. So, first of all, World Seals enables another victory conditions for the AI. And for us, but honestly, World Seals are not worth it in any measure from what I have seen and what it's like. Anyways, also we have an happening event thanks to the Giant King expansion, basically enabling some regions that can be explored or something, which sounds pretty interesting. So we'll definitely enable this one. And for the map size, it is going to be large and featuring 9 players. Now I know this sounds like it's a little bit over the top, but in my opinion it makes it makes the world more, how should I say? It feels more filled, you know? It feels like there's more in it, and I feel like not being able to explore a vast amount of that world kind of adds to the feel. So usually you'll be able to explore everything, and then your scouts are kind of like just doodling around, collecting shit that, and it feels kind of like, okay, cool, that's the world, you know. Also, having lots of rulers is kind of makes the world feel more alive, in my opinion. Even though it gives us more challenge and more enemies, potential enemies, but also it's more interesting. Maybe I'll cycle back to fewer rulers after this, because I'm gonna change my mind. Who knows? You know, maybe even 6 rulers are gonna be enough. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna even think about this. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. About the handicaps, we will be playing on a major handicap. I know this sounds huge, however, we will be playing on a normal world threat this time, meaning that we are not gonna be spending that much time figuring out how the hell we should defeat the tiny bandit camps around our realm, which already changes a lot. About the game flow, Allied Victories is disabled, so we cannot cheese that by a lot or at all. There are going to be shops. I don't know what they do or how they work. I just know Giant Kings features shops in whatever manner. I don't know. I just don't know. The combat. I have found a way to disable the manual combat retry. Basically, making it that if I mess up, I'm gonna suffer the consequences without me being able to, oh, you know what, I actually want to, you know what, so I basically don't cheat, because I do not want to restart the combat every single time I make a mistake. I want it to be more authentic and more raw, and if I do a mistake, I suffer the consequences, because usually you can always restart the combat if something happens. I will enable, though, the combat retry one for, let's say we do an auto-resolve, right? And the battle doesn't end as expected, then we have the ability to retry it manually. You know, that I leave on, but once I go into manual combat, I will not be able to restart from there. Yeah. You know, this kind of makes it... Oh, I just realized you could still retry it after you lose the battle, because then you will be in the results screen and then you will be able to retry it. But let's be honest, that would be a huge amount of time. I'm not gonna go that length to cheese, okay? It doesn't feel good. And at this point, I should have a decent understanding of what I can engage in the early game and what not. Like the late game is mostly the same. You just steamroll everything that breathes air. But the early game is the part where you actually have to make decisions on what you can engage and what not. Anyways, would you like to save this? Hell no. No, I have already created, again, a custom faction. As a race, as discussed, we will be taking the dwarves, or dwarfkin, if you will, with the traits cave folk, so we, or underground adaptation, so we start in the underground, hardy, giving us plus 10 hit points, which is reasonably good. It's a tank trade that is very cheap and does not rely on going into defense mode, does not rely on specific certain types of damage. Just HP usually is kind of like the best tank trade you can get. Yes, of course. Oh, well. Okay, I needed to sneeze. Oh, it went through. Anyways, you do have to recover the additional hit points, but overall it's the best tank type you can get. Then adaptable, because that allows us to level slightly faster. And of course fast recuperation, because overall this is always something I like to pick, because it's just so good.
What is their origin culture?
As their origin culture, we will be going for industrious this time, because it well suits our industrious materium side so well that we just pick it.
Their society?
As a society trade, we will be this time going for Hermit Kingdom, because in the underground we will not be bordering any other city, and if we do, we eradicate them. This follows the mindset of their city is primitive and inefficient, we need to fix it. It's not inherently just super evil, it's just efficiency taking over the moral compass, you know? Which really pairs well with subterranean society, because this will further boost our survivability or our efficiency in the underground, granting us 2 Imperium for each underground passage we have annexed, as well as just a flat 20% food income bonus, and we start with excavation, and excavation is also enhanced.
Choose your first tome of magic.
As our first tome, we will be going for Tome of Warding. It has a nice emergency unit, I would say. Usually I don't take them because they are very costly, but magical wards and staffs of warding makes this also fairly decent. Mark of Invulnerability is also something very that is just so good when you play on hard difficulties, because sometimes your unit is in a very tight spot, and having this extra turn be basically free for this unit to not suffer any damage can and will be absolutely game-changing.
What is your ruler's origin?
We will be going for a Rock Giant King, as this pairs even more nicely with what we're going for, giving us more production.
Reveal yourself.
Also enhancing queries. And, well, we will get into the details in a bit. For now, I have decided to go for this sort of style. There was also something that looked more stonish, as for example this or that. It aligns more with the Materium aspect of our culture, but after all, we are not fully Materium, we are also astral, and therefore I think it would be best if we have like some Materium spikes, shards sticking out, as well as completely being covered in this epic looking armor, further looking or, well, aligning with our cultural units, and also giving this aspect of astral still a play in our appearance, because you know, living beings, not just pure rock, are more attuned to the astral, I can imagine, I would say. At least from what I understand from the lore of this game. Our culture has also a tint of blue for the astral. Also, our banner will be a blue hammer, combining Materium and Astral again, like a magical hammer, sort of that. Beards white to look more wise and more thoughtful, less constricted by the Materium plane, but still favorable.
Your journey begins.
As for our ruler's ambition, we will be going for Collector because as a giant we will have major advantages towards crafting material. So therefore we will be mostly, as well as our cultural nature allows us to really steamroll equipment very fast, very early on. Therefore, the collector trait will be very favorable for our ruler because he will probably be reasonably equipped throughout the game, even early on. As for the name, our title is Mineral Master Connor Mountain. I know. Our race is the Asterio. Listen, okay, it's good. It's a mix of Asteria, Astral, and Materium. Asterium, you know? It sounds good. Don't judge me! And on we go. Starting nicely as expected in the underground near an infestation, however. Alright, also... Excuse me? Oh, yeah, right. So... The thing is, I already started to run like that, realizing that I fucked up with the build, and then later on redid it twice. And now we are on our third run. Hopefully this time is the run I'm actually pleased with the build, because the build was what we just did a second ago, creating our empire. Before I had like ancient wise ones and stuff like that, and then I later realized, oh wait, this is not pairing well, and we need to be in the underground for a certain tome, and blee blah blue, and we weren't in the underground, and then now I adapted our faction to be in the underground, and well, here we are. As for the production, we will be first going for workers' farmstead, because the... how do you call them again? The industrious culture does have a farmstead which also provides production, which are the two most important things you could go for in the beginning. So we will be going for that first. Also, usually, as you know, I like to go for pioneers at the beginning. I am unsure of going for them right now, as I have experienced that we do need a good army at the start, a decent one, furthermore. So, with that being said, maybe we should rather go for something like, I don't know. I mean, we do need to explore, yes, that is still a thing, and oh, look at that, we are at the corner of the map, which is very convenient. Makes it very safe and very nice to be in. For our first research, ooh, magical wards? Neat. Honestly, very neat. Yeah, let's go for magical wards then. I still have to ponder about what we do with the units. Okay, so I did decide to go for at least one arbalest, because we will be able to fill up the last spot with one, this creature cage, and two, with maybe a phantasm warrior. depending on how our research goes. As for our pioneer, we have a special feature that we will be taking a look at soon, because right now the production stash and the knowledge right there are kind of looking sweet for now. But as you can see, we have some spots, and oh wow, are you serious? Anyways, that we can kind of go for. And yes, so far they are quite, they're strong. Spirit Hawk. Yeah, I guess that's good. It's a magical unit. So basically we got a few free unit right here. And oh my goodness, I'm stupid. Oh well, this is very doable though. Especially since we got another unit now, so actually looking kinda good right now. So, just so you have a better idea of what the splodonkers I am talking about here. Okay, there's nothing there, unfortunately, but anyways. Here we have a province. This province has mountains or rocks or stalagmites, because we're in the underground, and prospecting this province gives us either production, gold, or a hero item. In this case, it provided us with 35 gold, and this is also the reason why I'd like to spam some more scouts, or pioneers in this case, because they are effectively not only our money income, but also production income, and provide us with lots of hero items, which we can then, thanks to our Giant King's nature, mold into very much more favorable items in the end. Also, just to show you how a combat would look like with our culture and the new Giant Kings, we're gonna jump right ahead. Okay, their formation is very... Am I playing on Challenging Plus? Well, yes, it says it. Brutal is also, I think, the highest difficulty. Then why are they positioned? Oh, maybe because it's such a weird passage. Oh well. Plays only into our favor. Well, that just means we can practically block them off entirely with the small passage we have here. Basically making it very much... Okay, actually, do we even want that though? Blocking them off? Because I don't know, it may seem good, but so okay, they can flank them, so that's a good thing. He can throw the boulders, because as you are seeing right here, we can hurl boulders, which aren't necessarily that soft. These rocks do hit hard, and they do also have 100% hitting chance. They always hit, so we do not need to be considering line of sight rules at all. Let's see what the enemy, how the enemy responds. So they have strengthened and hastened, but they just buffed the least unit that could have been affected by it. Well, actually not. So we will have to create two fronts right here. The issue is this little shit pile is kind of blocking my way. So I guess we'll be using our Giant King here. And then... Okay, the positioning was a little bit awkward, but essentially I wanted to place our footman here. Because, oh yeah, it would be very good if we can taunt them. Perfect. Because now they can't do anything, they can't attack us. I wanted to position us like this, not our giant in front, because they will probably want to target our giant because he has the large trait. Having our dwarfs in front means that they cannot do that and will have to target our smaller units, which are more... yeah, well... see? Grazed. They cannot hit that well over there. Also, the enemy does recover health by attacking, so that is very, very bad. But we can attack with our... wait, they can... no... are you... what? Excuse me? Oh my goodness. No, why? Oh, really? Okay, this just makes it extra shitty. Oh no. Wait. Okay, no, never mind. At the very least, we are doing reasonable damage from over here. Never mind. Oh, I decided to position our giant right over here as well. I'm not gonna attack because they have 2 retaliation attacks, meaning they will heal through that. So there's really no point in attacking a hasted undead unit for now. Curious about what they do. Okay, they strengthen yet another unit. Luckily they cannot use that strengthened and hastened. So there's that. Yeah, they're kind of taking 0 damage from our retaliation attacks. They now went a certain direction, meaning we can now engage with flanking. Maybe this hits now, who knows? Oh wow, look at that. No retaliation attack for you, bongos. And we can go for the... necromancers right over here. Okay, do I want to attack them now? Oh, maybe... ah, we cannot use this. Alright. Can they attack? Yes, they can attack us. Maybe we want to sit tight just one more turn and suck up the damage. Might be a good idea. And let's see if we can actually do something. No. See, we're kind of doing negative damage right here. Yeah, 11 damage just there. But oh well. Yeah, okay, that sucks, man. Zombies, like, everything that heals through attacks is OP. We don't have the healing yet. We don't have anything that heals. They do. And one certain faction does also have this character trait. We can go for static shields. But I don't know if that's really necessary here. Yeah, actually, I just end the turn like that. Might be a little risky. They're gonna fully heal there, pretty much. Basically take no damage, yeah, like holy crap. We are doing efficient damage against them. They have low chance to hit from there, I looked. Yes, okay. They approach from there, meaning we have full agency of... Never mind, I was expecting they could do that as well. Well, that was actually a good move, I have to admit that. Now they only have 1 retaliation attack though. Also, we are stacking up our bolstering defenses. So, we should be good on just handling them ourselves now. Maybe. 8 damage is still not... Yeah, like... Actually, do we even stack more? Yeah, we do. Okay, well, at least that's...
Oh my goodness. Well, we shouldn't attack them. We should not attack them. Oh yeah, they take lots of damage from us over here. But they would also be able to kill here. Can we approach with... Okay, this would deal 12. 21. Okay, we got... Oh no, we get afflicted with decaying here. But there is something we can do about the necromancer before he revives anybody. Decaying as well, really. Which is zoning them entirely. Now, they cannot escape anywhere. And if they do, well, they don't really... They're cooked, alright? They are pretty much cooked. And do we want to taunt anybody? I mean... Oh, we can taunt maybe them. Yeah, that could actually be good, if that succeeds. Yes, it did! Meaning we do not have to risk a decaying from them. And can kind of just sit tight while they try to get over there, which they will fail with. Excuse me. Now, still, I don't think we need any safety. Yeah, our ruler is maybe suffering a little bit of damage right over here. But we also have... Oh yeah, good. They try to get out. Well, that kind of failed, but oh well. What they can cast from there? They're in the zone of control? What are you talking? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that just changed rapidly. I think this is the point where we hit our first mark of invulnerability. We can keep zoning them so they don't do anything funny. And okay, yeah. They're playing so well. Not good. Go into defense mode. Oh my. Well, at least we're still zoning them, I guess. But damn, this is getting tight. A little bit, I guess. They should be dead next turn, however. We can also cast Mark of Invulnerability twice. But also, okay, they have haste. And we would tank 2 hits if we were to escape like that now. Yeah, you see what I mean? No. Microphone... Orb? Maybe Static Shield now. Because Static Shield can stun them, meaning they cannot attack and cannot heal. And it does have a reasonable high, yeah, 60% chance. How much damage would they deal? Okay, we can tank a little bit. By then, they should get stunned, though. Do they have any status resistance? No, they do not. So they should be very prone to that. Let's do Static Shield. Boop, 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 boop. And smash them. Come on. Damn you. Resisted. Static Shield. I mean, our ruler's not dead, right? Yeah. He's stacking that bowstring defense like a madman. Yeah, we're just making sure they don't go anywhere. Static shield, come on. Static shield, static shield, static shield, static shield. Game, what the fuck are you talking about? There, at least that. Holy shit. Holy spludonkers. Attack them. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's safe now. Okay, now as for them, maybe they get afflicted with. Yes, perfect. There we go. Okay, static shield. How convenient. Now, before they attack our ruler, we're just gonna go ahead and kill them. Or not, because they are getting grazed. Okay, that's also a way to do it. But finally, we can kill them off. Like so. They are stunned. Can we taunt? No, we cannot taunt. Okay. Good. For first battle, that's actually very good. I've had very much more oh, he went into defense mode. Well, good choice. Good choice, I guess. Oh yeah, and if you graze them, they do not actually suffer the thingy, you know the thingy, the thingy, the cancel defense mode and the retaliation shenanigans. Maybe we can taunt them. Oh boy, if you could look at my ground, I'm fully covered with tissues on the ground. Jeez. Now, taunt please. Okay, asshole. It's not cool. How much damage do they deal? Probably enough to kind of mess me up. So I don't want to engage with them unnecessarily. But I also don't want our ruler to take more damage. Or any of them, pretty much. But they could attack thrice if I were to go there, and they don't have the best physical defense either. So, yeah... You suckers. I'm gonna move here, maybe. Somewhere here, I guess. There. I don't know. I don't know. We're just looking to make the least bit of... Yeah, very... exactly. That's what I expected. Ugh. Oh well. We're going to go here. We're going to also disengage with them, bait their attack, take damage. It's not really a bait if you suffer that much damage, I guess. But now our ruler can at least disengage. And maybe throw a giant boulder up their face. At a safe distance, of course. There we go. Slowed for 2 turns, please. Thank you. Not able to go to our ruler anymore. Ha ha ha. Heal. Now they can go for either us right here, or either our people right here, or anything really. That is up to them, I guess. Okay, now I know. Actually, 23. No, we still cannot tank that from them, I guess. With our birdies. I want to keep our birdies. I want to keep our birdies. But also, I will cockblock them if necessary. Yeah, suffer that morale disadvantage. There, get fumbled. So, we are very... Oh my goodness. Oh... Just kill them already. This is... just loss management right now. 5... Okay. They would deal that much damage. And... should we disengage with them? Nah, we tank it like a man. Like man, real man. Oh shit. Yeah, I was hoping they would not do that, but oh well. Unless you can damage them, I guess, but you will not kill them. Why do they also probably have quick reflexes then? There. Okay, if we can kill them. Okay, good. But that just means we will not be attacking anything for the next few turns, logically. But that should give us decent amounts of XP. And look at that, we barely managed to overcome this. Ooh, get a decent ring though, which we can instantly equip, and our major ambition is that we should equip ourselves with tier 2 artifacts, so we can also excavate this province right here. But I think that's a pretty nice spot to end this for the first one, right here. Yeah, before I end this though, I would like to humbly ask of you, since I am no different than any other YouTuber on this platform, to kindly do the algorithm shenanigans. Thank you for watching again, and for everything else. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.